You can tweak or adjust some elements of your image by using render passes. For example, you have the reflection pass, lighting pass, etc. The way you use them is you take one of these passes, bring it into Photoshop. The ones I use the most are reflection and lighting passes. And you position it exactly over the RGB pass or the base layer. All these 2D elements I composited in Lighter are on top of this layer. So in 16-bit or 32-bit mode, you change the blending mode for these render passes to screen. Okay, and this gives you a multiplied effect for the reflections in this case. In 32-bit mode you would use linear dodge, but since we are in 16-bit mode we're using screen. Okay, and the effect is pretty strong. You can see all the reflections are pretty much doubled in strength. But let's say we don't want to make it so strong, we just want to paint stronger reflections in some areas of our image. And we can easily do this with masking. Create a mask for this reflection layer, press Ctrl I to invert the mask, make it black, and with a soft white brush, just paint in some areas you want to boost. Maybe tweak the opacity for the brush a little bit. The windows more reflective, with the trees. Basically wherever you want the reflections to be stronger, just paint in some white color. Okay, it's quite easy to do and gives you a sort of artistic approach to this whole post-processing process. So that's the reflection pass. You can use other passes as well. For example, here's my specular pass. Okay, it can be quite good for making the speculars and leaves a bit stronger. Okay, you can see they are quite a bit shinier. So just try them out. Maybe some of the elements worked for this particular example, maybe some of them don't. And just experiment a little bit and try to use the ones that look the best. Okay, so that's speculars. You have the lighting pass. You can use it to make the sunlight stronger, relatively stronger. I don't think I'm gonna use this too much. Just bring it down to maybe 15%. Boost the sunlight a little bit. You don't actually need to use them, but you can use them to make these subtle changes. Some other ideas you can use with them is adjusting the hue or the color of, let's say, global illumination. You bring in this layer, rasterize it, you change the color balance, make the GI, let's say, yellow, maybe more orange, set it to screen, and it sort of boosts the GI and also shifts the color a bit. Obviously you need to reduce the opacity quite a bit, so it's not very overpowering. Okay, so those are some of the basic render elements I like to use in my workflow.